Hi everyone! Today I'd like to talk to you about my art book collection and why art books are so valuable to have on hand if you want to learn to be a better artist. I've already talked about this a little bit in one of my previous videos, but I thought it was worth doing a deeper dive into this topic. Now, this first art book is one that I've had since I was in middle school. And one of the wonderful things about this particular book is that not only does it have beautiful pictures of the paintings, it also gives you lots of facts about the history of each painting and the artist who created it. Okay, now let's look at the next book that I want to show you today. And this is a Dover publication book. Now, Dover books are very cheap. You can buy them on Amazon or find them at the library, and they are great because they will give you lots and lots of images crammed into one book that you can look at. Okay, and the last book that I want to show you is this catalog from a show at the Museum of Fine Arts Houston that featured the paintings of Peter Paul Rubens, who we're going to talk about in just a little bit. And I bought this book at the museum. You can find hundreds of art books at the library if you keep an eye out at used bookstores, or when you see a book sale, you can find art books for very cheap prices. Now today I'm going to be doing a watercolor study of one of the beautiful paintings by Rubens that I found in this book. This is a scene from the book of Genesis where Abraham has come triumphant from a battle against his enemies, and he brings tribute to Melchizedek, who is the king of a city called Salem. Melchizedek is a very wise and noble king, and Abraham has a lot of respect for him. So you can see in this painting the two men are facing each other. There's a lot of friendliness on their faces. And Melchizedek is slightly higher in the painting to show that he outranks Abraham. He's a king and a priest. And Abraham is slightly lower, showing that he is giving respect to Melchizedek, and he's holding some of the objects, and he's surrounded by some of the objects that he's bringing as a tribute to the king. You can see I've finished my little sketch here. And now I'm ready to start painting. I'm using my regular watercolors today, and I have my water and my brushes and my paint all ready to go. Alright, so let's talk a little bit about the artist who created this painting. And his name is Peter Paul Rubens. Sir Peter Paul Rubens was a Flemish artist and diplomat from the southern Netherlands, in the area that is modern-day Belgium. He lived during the Dutch Golden Age from 1577 to 1640. Rubens created many beautiful paintings inspired by classical mythology and Christian history. His paintings are full of color, life, and movement. He was a very prolific artist, meaning that he created many works, over 1,400 in all. Rubens was also a scholar and a diplomat who was knighted by King Philip IV of Spain and King Charles I of England. His father was a Protestant during a time when religious wars were ravaging Europe, and his family had to flee religious persecution. Later, however, after his father died, his mother raised Rubens as a Catholic. Religion was very important to him, and Rubens once said that my passion comes from the heavens, not from earthly musings. As Rubens grew up and began to demonstrate his skill as an artist, he gained many wealthy and noble patrons who hired him to create art for their houses and churches. At that time, most artists made their living by working for noble families or for the church. Since the center of the art world was still in Italy, Rubens went on long tours of famous Italian sites, walking through cathedrals and great houses and finding inspiration in the beautiful art he saw. He left behind a legacy of stunning images whose beauty has stood the test of time. He's one of my favorite artists, and his work always inspires me. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.